In this video, I am going to show you how to weld closed the rear coolant passages on a 5.4 liter Ford modular head. And the reason I'm closing them is that they are a chronic leak problem. A lot of people get leaks out the front and the back of the heads because there's a junk plastic intake manifold that just does not seal. So there you can see what it looks like with the hole welded shut. This here is the right rear head, and I'm going to close that. The round hole doesn't matter. The square one is the one that you need to fill. So you can see the fill piece that I have there with the first tack weld. I've got that little strip of metal in there to hold it flush and in position. And there it is, finished, filed, sanded. Can never even tell it was there. The round hole doesn't matter. There's no connection for it there. These are the MMR coolant adapters for the back of the heads, and these will eliminate the hot spots in the back of the heads on the 5.4. There's the titanium Harbor Freight welder I used, and these are some of the nicer welds that I made after quite a bit of practice. I spent about 2 days practicing, and there you can see some of my earlier attempts. So it takes a little while to get up to speed, and some of this I was trying to use the TIG welder without much success. But you can see the welds slowly got better and better as my technique improved. Okay, so this video is going to start here in a second at the 2-minute mark, and then at the 8-minute 20-second mark. That is when you will see some actual welding. So here goes. And there is our setup. We're using a MIG gun, wire feed MIG gun, set up for aluminum welding. And this is Harbor Freight's Unlimited 200 by titanium. And then over here we have our bottle of argon gas. Very, very important. Won't work without it. Have the gas turned off. If you're not using it, shut it off. Save the gas. It's expensive. And also it's good to strap it to a table or something to keep it stable. All right. Let me find my file and get going on this. Alright, that is the raw weld on the head, closing up the right rear coolant, or no, this is the left rear coolant passage. So now I just gotta get filing on that thing and bring it back down to flat. And then we'll see how everything worked out. There might be a couple of little holes to fill right in the center and bottom right, but then again, maybe not. Okay, let's get filing and see what happens. This is the right side head, and I've got this one here all filled in. Unfortunately, I'm having trouble with the wire feed on the welder, and so it would feed wire, and then it kept cutting out on me. So anyway, I got everything all filled in and taken care of. So now all I gotta do is file it down flat, sand it out nice and smooth, and inspect everything, and hopefully it should be just right. So I'm going to get going on now. I'll start off filing the P out of it with this rasp, and then I switch over to this aggressive file here, and then I have another finer file that I'll use. And after that, I go to sandpaper, 100 grit, and just continue on with finer and finer grit until I'm done. All right, I'll see you later. And there you go. You can see the weld is all smoothed out, flat. There's my files and my straight edge and my sandpaper, and over there is the MIG gun and the grinder and the welder. So I'll get some compressed air and blow out the intake ports and make sure that's all clean. But anyway, it's looking really good. So this here is the water passage that was on the right rear side, and people who have these 5.4, 4.6, 6.8 liter engines by Ford know that anything that has water around that intake manifold, plastic intake manifold, is going to leak at some point. So this, welding up the two rear water passages, eliminates any chance of a leak. So I don't have to worry about the back of the heads anymore. And remember, I did install these MMR Racing rear of the head coolant connections, and so there's one on the right head, one on the left head, and they will tee together and then tee into the hard line that goes back to the water pump up the middle of the valley. So this will greatly improve the truck's cooling abilities on the heads, getting water going through the heads, and also it draws water up through the block too. So win-win situation. But yeah, I'm very happy with that. Kind of gave myself a crash course in MIG welding. That machine there, the Titanium 200 Ultimate or whatever, it does weld TIG welding, but not with aluminum. To do aluminum and true TIG welding, you need to have AC, and this is only a DC machine. But it's $800, and it'll do just about every other kind of weld that I need, and obviously it'll MIG weld aluminum, and that's good enough. It did the job. All right, it is dark. I'm gonna clean up and put things away, and tomorrow the heads go on the truck. Finally, this baby is going back together now. All right, I will see you on the next video. Okay, we are going to weld a plug on this head now. We have the other head successfully done, and now we're going to do this head. See up here, that water hole is closed off. All right. Now we want to come up and do the upper one. Okay. All right. Let's take the screw and our holding piece out here. Wire brush. Okay. For some reason, this spool keeps binding up on me. Okay, this should do it now. Missed a little. Come on, really? Pick the thing's clear. So what the heck's the problem? Okay, let's go again. Good. This side's done. Now I just got to do the other side, and then we file it off. But this head will never leak at the back of the manifold again. Okay. Stupid tip stuck again. Okay, this time the tip got eaten up, but you can see that we have a nice bead on both sides here now. Okay, so now we gotta fix the torch. Alright, maybe you'll be able to see this. So annoying. Where my little wrench went. And so we have to take out the contact point or tip, put in another one. And why it is, but this keeps binding. We'll release the tension. And then we can pull the tip out. Okay. Grab another tip. Now, I do not know why this thing keeps getting jammed in there. But it's extremely annoying when you are trying to get a weld done. Get my here. Alright, where'd that thing go? It fails. Every time I want something, it's gone. Okay, so alternative cleaning device, rat tail file. And it actually is working just as well as the steel brush. Ready to Okay, so all I have to do is fill that, and I'll be done. Okay, here we go. Okay, our wire bound up again. Okay, let's try and wrap this up. Okay, all we gotta do is fill this and that, and we're done. And it's sticking again, damn it. So I've got the other hole filled now. Everything is filled and welded, and everything looks like it's making good solid melt. So I'm going to start filing off all of the excess weld. I'm going to just use a rasping file here, and it takes the aluminum down pretty quick. So, kind of a boring part. I'm not going to bother showing it to you, so I'm going to get this done, and I will see you when this is done. But as I say, here is the other head, and that hole is filled, and that hole used to look like this hole. Okay. And so there is the titanium unlimited 2000 multi-process welder that I got from Harbor Freight, $800. Here is the MIG gun with a wire spool on it that I'm having so much trouble with. So I gotta figure out why this thing's not working and get it working. All right. And here's another look at the right side head where I patched the coolant passage on that. You see the metal strip I had to hold the patch in place. There's the weld, and there is what it looks like all finished up. Never tell it was ever there. The round hole doesn't matter, doesn't do anything. And there is the welder, the titanium Ultimate 200. Worked great. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about what I did here welding and why I chose to close off the rear coolant passages, leave a comment, ask a question, leave a like, and subscribe. All your interactions help the channel grow. See you on the next video.